All right, everyone, here I am to speak about a specific book of the few books that I suggested in the last video. This is a series of a couple books that I want to talk about, and it's called Best Books to Read for Beginner Investors. If you read this book or haven't read this book, if you learned something new, please subscribe to this channel if you learn it. And if you like the video, hit the like button, share this video, and let others know about this insightful information. All right, so let's go ahead and look. So the first book is The Intelligent Investor. I'm not pointing out everything in the book. I'm not even overviewing it. I am just pointing out some key things I think every investor could benefit from. And it's just 5 little points. And then from there on, you got to read the book and do your own research and see what the book has to say. If you've read this book, I would love for you to comment down below other chapters, other information that people haven't read this book can learn from, or even other readers, because we tend to overlook certain things. So let me start with the first point. It points out that investors often overlook the importance of understanding inflation. So if your job was giving you a 3% raise salary, right, on your salary yearly, and inflation's at 6%, that would be 50% below inflation rate. So you'll always fall behind the inflation rate. So if that was to happen over a course of 5 years, your raise was 15% and inflation rose up to 30% over time. And if on the 6th year you were told, we're going to take away 3% for the next 5 years uh, from your salary, but inflation's going to be zero, you will end up at the same position. So basically what happens with inflation is either you stay in the same position or you can even end up negative 3% over the course of time, which means that you'll never be able to beat inflation. We've seen inflation over time, and what you could buy 10 years ago with $1, you can't buy today. You would need probably 10 times that, or even more than that, to buy the same thing you could buy 10 years ago with $1. It's a book that explains what it means to be an intelligent investor. And what does it mean by that? Well, it means some key things here. It's first to be patient, disciplined, eager to learn, harness emotions, and to think for ourselves. And what is being patient? Well, patient is one of the most important things in this book, because patience is what you need to be able to become a better investor. And patience is what a lot of investors don't have. They want quick returns. They start to see a small loss, and they run quickly because they don't see the gains that they were looking for. And Warren Buffett, he stated once that the stock market is the transfer of money from the impatient to the patient. And those were some powerful words, and that's always stuck with me. So patience is key. Discipline, eager to learn, read books such as this one, do courses, or check videos on YouTube, check charts, you know, even the resources that are out there now, paper trading. I mean, that is amazing, allowing you to real-time market prices, play with fake money to learn and see different habits, or see how you're doing with your knowledge to trade. It's almost like a free course of see how you do on the stock market, and see where you can go, and if you're ready to go ahead and put your own money in. Harness your emotions and think for ourselves. That's so important as well when it comes to investing. Benjamin Graham is the original writer of this book, and he states in this book that it would not teach us how to beat the market, and there's no book that can, but this is the revised edition, as you can see there, and that is the revised edition by Warren Buffett. He loved this book. This is one of the first books, or one of the books that he read um, before he became, a wide-known investor. This is where he started as a young man, getting into his investing career. But what this book does teach us is three key powerful approaches from reading the book. And those will be ways that we can minimize the risk of losses. The next one is how to maximize and achieve gains. And the last one is how can one control self-defeating behavior from preventing investors, ourselves as investors, or investors that will be prospective investors, potential. It's so important to control those self-defeating behaviors because they prevent all investors from their full potential. So the book points that out very clearly. I think out of the three, first is having that control of the self-defeating behaviors before you can even understand how to minimize risk and maximize gains. So that really stands out to me a lot, and the book explains it very well. Then I point out two chapters that are actually suggested by Warren Buffett, the reviser, but I just wanted to go ahead and put them here. And it's chapters I would strongly suggest paying close attention to are chapters A, Market, Mr. Market, and chapter 20, Margin of Safety. So important to read those two chapters. Don't jump into the book and look for those two chapters. Just keep a really close eye once you're in those chapters, trying to absorb, the words on those pages once you get there. But I would say to start from the beginning to the end so that you can definitely get the bulk of all that information. So much great information in this book. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys learned something new. And if you did, subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends and community so that they can go ahead and receive information just like you did by watching this video from receiving the link. So thank you so much for all watching, and I'll be posting the next book. Thank you.